It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Two men are facing firearms and traffic offences over a high-speed pursuit from Wallsend to Maryland earlier this morning. Officers were conducting a routine patrol at about 2:30 when they noticed a Suzuki Vitara being driven erratically and tried to pull the vehicle over on Minmai Road, but it sped off, allegedly reaching speeds of 100 kilometres per hour in a 60 zone. Officers cornered the car in Warkworth Street, Maryland, with a search uncovering 2 rifles and ammunition. Chief Inspector Dean Olsen says 2 men aged 37 and 34 were arrested.
At the moment we're investigating the link with the firearms. We'll be taking action in relation to the serious traffic offences, but at this point we're making necessary inquiries in relation to the possession of these firearms.
Newcastle commuters will soon be able to catch a bus from just about wherever they like, as part of a major innovation in public transport. In an Australian first, starting next month, commuters will be able to make a phone call, visit a website or use an app to order a small to medium-sized bus to pick them up from virtual bus stops. The buses will run on flexible routes and timetables around Newcastle, with changeable pick-up and drop-off points depending on demand. Meanwhile, more than 100 extra bus services will be added to the Hunter region after Premier Gladys Berejiklian announced the government will purchase 170 new buses for the state. The additional services will boost 7 existing routes in Lake Macquarie, Maitland and Port Stephens. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, says having more bus services will create less congestion and less traffic on the roads.
I think it'll be about convenience, about getting to work, getting to school. The timetables will be coming out over the next few weeks. But when you add an extra 100 additional weekly services, there'll be fewer people hopefully driving cars and on the road, less congestion. Public transport is efficient.
The state government has confirmed construction of the first leg of Newcastle's light rail project will begin in September. The work will get underway in Hunter Street and will be completed in stages. Hunter Street will be closed between Auckland and Derby Streets until the end of the year. Although it will create disruptions for traffic, the government says the construction will be completed 3 months earlier than originally expected. Central Hunter Police are stepping up patrols of the Rutherford Industrial Estate following a number of break-ins and malicious damage incidents. Officers were patrolling the area at about 2 this morning when they stopped a man walking the street who they say was acting suspiciously. He was allegedly found in possession of 1.4 grams of the drug ice and is due to face court today. Acting Inspector Mitch Dubovsky says the patrols will continue.
We're investigating a number of matters that have occurred over the last couple of days, preceding weeks, where a significant amount of property has been taken from industrial areas at Rutherford and some property has been damaged. Consequently, police have been conducting a number of patrols throughout the early hours of the morning. We've made an arrest this morning whilst in that area, and we're pretty pleased with that arrest.
New South Wales Fair Trading has put together a guide to help Hunter residents check whether their decks and balconies are in good condition, because they say winter is the best time of the year to check. Common maintenance issues can be caused by insects, water and rot, coastal and corrosive effects, and heavy loads like pots or even furniture. Commissioner Rod Stowe says it's important to have decks and balconies in good condition, just in case the unthinkable were to happen.
I know in my own experience, we've got a unit on the mid-north coast, and at Christmas time we noticed that the balustrade on the balcony was loose, and we quickly arranged to have that repaired. And anybody can experience this, and of course it can be very dangerous.
Sport for our sponsor PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Aidan Guerra will join Kalen Ponga at the Knights next season after the forward agreed to terms with the club. Newcastle has been one of the most active players in the market so far this season, with plenty of speculation surrounding the club's recruitment. Coach Nathan Brown isn't buying into the speculation, saying the club is making sure they recruit the right players to improve the roster.
The market's been very, very hot. Yeah, we've had lots of meetings with lots of players. Some have been well documented didn't want to come to us. We met with some players that we didn't feel we wanted to pursue. And we've met with a number of players who we would like to sign, but then it comes down to dollars and cents.
Hunter golfer Nick Flanagan is currently on course as the US Open PGA begins today American time. Flanagan is even through 11 holes after shooting a bogey and a birdie to remain on par. He currently sits in a tie for 47th, 7 strokes off the leader Ricky Fowler. And Servinia will be looking for 4 on the trot when the Bay Mare takes to the track at Newcastle Races tomorrow. Taking place in the Benchmark 64 handicap, the second favourite for the race has drawn wide and will be ridden for luck. And the winning numbers in Powerball are 28, 38, 23, 31, 24 and 6, and the Powerball number is 12. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.